Good morning. It is 7:30 on test day, 7:30 a.m. I'm sitting in my car waiting for it to warm because it's freezing. It is 20 degrees right now, so I'm letting my car warm up a little bit. I had a hard time falling asleep last night, but it's okay. I'm getting ready to stop at Starbucks really quick because I gotta have my coffee and then head to the school. See you there. Okay, I have secured the Starbucks. This is a venti chestnut praline because pumpkin spice season is over, unfortunately. And then I got a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant because I really like these. And I should have some breakfast before I start my test so my brain has fuel. So here we go. So it is 9:50. I still have not taken my teas. The proctor was late and they've had issues getting the system up. So they told us to come back at 10. So I'm getting ready to go back in. Just got to roll with the punches, guys. I just finished my test, you guys. So excited. Okay, guys, so I am on my way home after taking the teas. So, oh my gosh, it was a total cluster today. So this morning I leave, I get my Starbucks, I get my breakfast sandwich, life is good. And then I'm leaving Starbucks and there's an accident and the one lane road I needed to take was shut down. So I had to take a detour a way I never had gone before, but it's good to know an alternate route to get to school. So that's cool. But stressing out to make it there on time. So I get there at 8:20. We're supposed to start at 8:30. And then the proctor is running late. Then they couldn't get in to start the test to get access to the proctoring for the test for us. So time is passing and they keep telling us, oh, another 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. Next thing you know, they say, come back at 10 o'clock. So came out to the car, watched like 3 Teller DeWitt chemistry videos because I didn't really focus on the chemistry and balancing chemical equations and stuff like that. And 3 Brandon Craft videos, just because his videos are really short, sweet, succinct, and to the point, just to kind of brush up on some of the things I didn't really focus on too much for the teas. And then I go in and, you know, they give us our little assessment number. And once we have our assessment number, you go to sit down and take the test. I log into my ATI account and then the mouse stopped working. So Mercury retrograde was having a lot of fun while I was trying to take the most important test I've had to take in my life so far. So, so I finally begin the reading section once that was all like squared away and had to switch to another computer. And the reading section was so much harder than I thought it was going to be, you guys. I did a lot of like reading practice, and in the practice test, I scored really high on the reading. But this was different and way harder than I expected. I then got to the math section, and then the math section, like, I was a lot slower in the math section. The problems I felt like were different from the practice tests from ATI that I'd done as well. So like everything I felt like was different. some not as hard. Like, I felt the science and the English were easier than I thought, and the reading and the math were harder than, you know, I thought. So, and my test kicks me out when I have like 10 minutes left in the math section, and I've been moving really slow in the math section because I was trying to check my work. One thing I don't recommend doing that I did in prepping for the test is I didn't like time myself through each section. Math is not my strongest subject, so I really should have done that, but we were avoiding math, but it's okay. So then everyone got kicked out of their math, of whatever section they were in. And then another 5 minutes go by, and then I can finally like log back in, and then it's like, I guess some of my time was still going. Because then I had like, how many problems did I have left? Let's just say I had more problems than I had minutes left. And a decent amount. So log back in, did the math, then you know, you're allowed to take a 10-minute break between the math and the science section. So I get up and I'm like, okay, like I want to go to the bathroom. And then the proctor lady, now mind you, both of them had never proctored the T's before. I'm like, you guys should have done a dry run. Like we did a dry run and like did all this preparation. And it's like, you know, it's such a distraction when things aren't going well. So that's why it's super important to be prepared for the inevitable. You know, you can never judge how something is going to go. So, you know, expect the unexpected. Oh, yes, there's the police car. Everybody slow down and cause an accident. Jesus, people, just go with the flow of traffic. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so then the proctor tells me, she's like, oh, no, you're not allowed to take a break. You're not allowed to go to the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, I am. It says so on the ATI website. And then the other proctor lady was like, no, yeah, she's allowed to take a break. And then the other proctor lady was like, no, yeah, she's allowed to take a break. So I went to the bathroom and came straight back. I was in the flow of the test, so I just wanted to like pee, and then like I had taken enough break time. I had already been there so many hours. I just wanted to finish the test and be done at that point. Oh, something is going on. They have like 6 police cars for one person. I wonder if they like ran off through the fields that are across from me. That's crazy. Oh my God. Anyway, so I get through the science section, and it was none of the things that I studied. It was all the things I did in A&P1. I was freaking out over the hormones, you know, the endocrine system, the lymphatic system, the digestive system, which I really struggled with. And sorry, there was a bump in the road. That's Maryland for you. And none of that was really on the test. For me, I had like 1 or 2 chemistry questions. I had like 1 or 2 questions about like the blood, 1 or 2 about the urinary system, 1 or 2 about the reproductive system, and the rest was all 1 or 2 about like the immune system, about immunity, and then the rest was like the skeletal system, the muscular system, and a lot of the nervous system. I had a lot of nervous system questions, which I was not anticipating. Luckily, you know, it's all still fresh for me from A&P 1. So I had mostly focused on the A&P 2 stuff that I hadn't gotten a chance to cover. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I had a lot of like bio questions, like about cells and stuff. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's really it for the science. And then the English section, you know, 28 questions, 28 minutes. the English section and the science section were a lot easier than I remember them being in the practice tests. Those were the areas I scored lowest in the practice tests. But when I got my results, which I'll go over with you guys later, I scored the highest in the math and the English, and then I would say then science, and then reading. I did the worst in, and all of my practice tests that I did, I got like an 80 or an 85 or an 89 in the reading section. So I'm really surprised and kind of like hurt by it, but I can only account the disastrous situation we had this morning with just trying to be able to take the test, that I wasn't like in my head, well, not in my head, but you know, present fully in the moment, because I was just trying to like get situated and calm, cool, and collected again after all of that mayhem this morning. So I think that's probably why I scored lowest on the reading section, which again isn't like me, so, but that is okay. So I will be back here in a few. I'm on my way home. It's 1:35. I walked out of the test, I think at like 10 after 12, from, again, being there at 8:20 this morning. I was the first one to finish my test in the group of 6 students who were taking the test. I was the only one who is attending my school that's taking it. Everyone else is applying for different programs, or like 2 girls were taking the TEAS for a sonography program. So I think 1 girl went to Howard and in DC, and I'm not sure where the other 2 were. But after that, then I went to the bookstore to get my Spanish textbook and access code. And then now I'm here on my way home. Oh, and then even trying to print out my results of the test was a disaster too. So just expect the unexpected. Sorry guys, my camera cut off before I was able to do my outro. But thank you so much for watching. I'll go over my scores soon. Bye.